Or is this at Walmart?
Okay.
He just encountered the people of Walmart and didn't realize it.
Oh,
I was going to say that's not really a dig because everything happens at Walmart. So there's very little you could ask for that you couldn't find in a Walmart.
that's
Mm.
true.
Where is that zombie survival movie that's people just hold up in a Walmart? But plot twist, they don't believe there's a zombie outbreak. Even though it'll like clearly be happening in front of them.
They're just
be like,
doing
"It's
it
fine."
just because.
Yeah.
That's
They're
fantastic.
just there at 3 a.m. and they're like, it's nothing.
You can't
bullshit.
even get into
Somebody's
a-
just doing an art film.
Yeah.
I do
clean
miss the 24-hour Walmart.
No kidding. Yeah. It was the best time to shop was like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I
people-
do remember doing that.
We're
It
live.
was just you and
Yeah.
the Walmart employee who hated that you were there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was great.
Hello, folks. We're back.
We're here.
Hi.
We're lamenting the good old days of 24-hour Walmarts.
Or 24-hour McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we still got 24-hour quick trips.
I don't think we even
I
have that
do.
here.
We don't have that. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
our
we got
closest
that.
is half an hour away, and I do love me some Quick Trip.
Yeah, the quick trips around here open 24 hours. Our Walmart might actually be open 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think there's shit here in our town that's open 24 hours anymore.
I don't even think Taco Bell's open 24/7
They're not.
anymore.
Oh, I forgot to mention. So over here, something is going on tonight in the next city over. Metallica is playing at our stadium for Virginia Tech tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
And I swear, one city over, I could hear it.
I'm not surprised.
I believe it. I believe it.
Well, that's how you know how far we've fallen, is even Taco Bell's not open 24/7 here.
And it's that loud and you still can't hear the bass.
No, they're doing all right by Triolo.
Yeah.
Turn up the
It's
bass.
actually his old band, Suicidal Tendency, was one of the opening acts tonight, and his son plays for Suicidal. So I
Oh,
thought
that's
that was
super
kind of cool.
That is
It's
very
like,
cool.
aw.
That's cool. All right.
I think they had his son filled in Korn for a while too.
Mhm.
It's very cool.
So, we're back. Do you all remember where we left off last time?
We're
Or
gonna go
what
find a
happened
tree.
last time? Well, that was definitely
We
one thing.
failed a mission.
Yeah.
We didn't fail, per se.
We failed to do the thing.
You stopped an avatar of some alien deity in an in a different dimension or a different world. And then you came back and you made friends with druids. And Chuck had a bad dream about an evil tree. And Chopper had another nightmare. This time he had a flesh and blood body. And he was told that if he just jumped off this cliff, all of his dreams would come true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you figured out that that those cliffs are the Crystal Bluffs over in the Comanche Preserve. And let's see, you made it back to like an outpost. You got paid, which I haven't really applied, but I'm not worried about it. So you got that, and then they asked you to kind of head back and do a little tour around the Comanche Preserve, and they want you to kind of swing through the coalition territory of like Missouri, and just dip around and cruise through there kind of quietly, just low key, pass through, just get an idea, a little bit of what's going on, what have you, and maybe loop around before heading to the Fort Comanche again. You were traveling. You did. I think it was recommended to you that maybe you check out a town called what is it called? Summerfield. It's supposed to be a nice place. Weirdly enough, it's you heard that it might be like a community of DBs and whatnot that live there, yet in the open, but it is technically within coalition territory, so they kind of want you to check that out.
Okay.
And that, I believe, is where you were headed.
Yeah.
And you were thinking you might also swing by Crystal Bluffs, because that would be kind of partway on your way. Yeah, well, you have to go further in, but yeah. Matter of fact, I can show you the map. So
The
you'd be
map.
kind of, the map of the area. Yeah. So you're kind of like, around this here little. Cherryville is a place that you would initially. That was the first place that you had encountered coalition forces. Way back when. That was like one of our first sessions, or the first session. So this time they wanted to kind of dip south. Summerfield is, somewhere in here. If you wanted a little bit more upper scale kind of place, there is Malecito. There are the ruins of Newtown, which is where the Juicer uprisings happened. There's a place known as Carnival. And yeah, there's a few other places that maybe you haven't heard of. We can do rolls for those. But like Crystal Bluffs is over here, and then just kind of sweep around. You don't have to go all the way into like Lone Star, but just around the Comanche Preserve, check out the high plains and the Prospect area above it, or to the north there. So just doing a little circle.
Apparently, I'm already there.
You are. Look at that.
Yeah.
So far ahead of everyone.
Well, I mean, if Dogger went that way, we can't really leave him alone.
Yeah.
True
Well, it's
that.
true. He thought somebody threw a stick that way.
I know, and I just kept on going.
He just kept on going. He had to get that stick.
Until I found a stick.
One of the
was
things
running.
we were trying to do was to find a cure for whatever's going on with Chopper, and it's mystical in nature, so we're trying to find help for that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Wow, Chuck, your filter on the stream, making that shirt. Look at that. Bam.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Dan's background. Dan's background's just blue.
Yeah,
This
it
filter
looks really
we are
cool
going.
with the filter on it.
Yeah.
It does.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
It's just
your
like
alien looking background
shirt
looks
is-
cool too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chuck's shirt is just glowing.
Just
It's what I want in Cyberpunk. I want more LED clothing.
Yeah, because I can toggle it there.
But all right. So you're setting off, and when we wrapped last time, you were just closing in on Summerfield, and sure enough, you saw a sign that said "Welcome to Summerfield." And yeah, you did. Oh, that's right. You did have an encounter with the Coalition Patrol. Chopper introduced himself as a fellow police officer. Because they were a couple of Samus Power armors, and Chopper flew up to them and was like showing them his badge and whatnot, being very friendly. Yeah, as he is well known for being friendly.
Yeah,
It's a fact.
It's a fact. All right, but yeah, you're getting closer to this town. And you saw like little DB children playing in the streets and stuff. Like this is kind of a little bit more of a modern kind of a town. It's not just thrown together wooden shacks. It's more like there's some like apartment buildings and stuff like that. Ruins and remnants of like older times. But they're still in like decent condition. However, as you are approaching, you feel the earth start to shake underneath you, and you start hearing screams, mixing with the sound of like tumbling rocks or something. Like
Is it the screams of excitement because they're so happy for this earthquake?
Well, you know what? Everyone give me a notice roll, but you get a +2. The first roll of the night. We'll get it out of the way.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing for me or not to get it out of the way. Gosh, how do I
So 5. I forgot to put the +2 in.
Okay.
with the +2, I'm hanging out at an 8.
Yeah. All right. Guys, you're doing solid.
I did not do great.
So you see that one of the large rundown apartment buildings, you'd think is probably close to the center of the town, is starting to sink into the ground.
Is that the children going to the mines?
It's a giant.
Does it happen to
elevator.
have a sign that says orphanage
it's-
on it?
It's just, yeah. I was gonna ask the exact same question.
It does not say orphanage on it.
Oh no.
That's the building. That's the building 2 blocks over.
Well, this doesn't add up.
So as you and like I said, you're kind of still on the outskirts of the town. You're walking in, you're seeing this happen, and it sinks pretty rapidly. And it's like somebody kicked over an anthill. There's people running around, screaming for help, yelling and whatnot. Would y'all like to get involved with helping out anyone, doing anything?
I mean,
I want to look for my scope
technically,
and if I
yes.
can see what's going on. Like, why is the building sliding and falling? Does it look like there was a detonation that went off? Does it look like there was artillery fire? You know,
Yeah, go ahead and give me a notice roll.
somebody inside was like, "We're gonna open up this kitchen," and they knocked out that load-bearing wall.
too much smoke, can't see anything.
Yep. Can't see shit.
Well, would they rather die by bullet or from the fall? That's helping, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right, can't
Anyone
see
else
anything,
looking
guys.
for a cause of this, or or it could be
How big is your mech compared to that building?
Mine.
Dan's mech is about 20 feet tall.
Right. So could he stabilize the building
He might be able to.
long enough for
Yeah.
us to help get people out?
Like I could grab some rope or something and kind of like
Yeah, I'm heading that way. I just jump on the
fly
motor.
that way.
Go.
Okay.
But I
Well,
will
you're-
yell that out. See if your
you're
mech
near-
can hold that building up.
You are actually in your big old Bertha. You're in your ATV, your 3-wheeler, your giant fucking school bus sized 3-wheeler.
I'm still mad that the single wheel is in the back. Like, what kind
So
of
weird.
fucking unstable bullshit did they come up with?
It's like 25 feet long and probably 20-ish feet wide in the front and
Yeah.
18 feet tall. It's fine.
The only thing it's really missing is being a rear-wheel drive.
Right? Just one drive wheel in the back.
Oh god.
Also steers by the rear wheel, so
Yeah. Everything is the rear wheel.
Oh god.
it's basically just a forklift.
Yeah.
But worse.
All right. So if
I'll go
So
give that
there's a
building a
couple-
hug.
there's a couple different roles that you can do to kind of resolve this encounter. Certainly, I would say piloting or athletics for you, Doggart, if you want to use your mech to help stabilize the building. Whichever
Definitely
one is
piloting.
better for you. Probably piloting. If someone wants to calm like the bystanders, that would be a persuasion. Damn.
I'll work on crowd control, helping the bystanders, patching up
if-
anyone who's injured.
If somebody's got repair, that could be used to like shore up weak points or things like that.
I want to try and help the people that are falling or are about to fall in, or
Okay. Gonna like go in and grab them kind of
Yeah.
thing. All right, so I would say athletics.
grab some rope.
Chopper, you doing the same?
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like if somebody's from higher up, he can go the low road, I'll go the high road. So he's
Okay.
getting people at ground level. I can fly up to somebody who's maybe up high.
All right, you can
Yeah,
use that
just,
jetpack to.
Athletics
Yeah.
rolls. Nice.
I got a 4 on my crowd control.
That's a success. All right. So you're all successful with this, and thanks to Doggart kind of bracing the building, and it looks like basically there is a sinkhole that just opened up underneath this building. So like the area around it just kind of gave way and it just went down. and you're able to keep the building relatively stable enough for you're able to get, it seems like, everyone kind of out. You rushed in, you managed to keep people from like rushing in and getting in the way and getting hurt, and you managed to save pretty much all the folks that would have been trapped inside, or perhaps crushed in rubble and whatnot.
Oh, people.
Once we get the people out and they've kind of got the building stabilized, does it look still sketchy, like it still may tip over?
That would be a repair roll.
Oh, I'm not good at that. I was gonna
I
maybe
am,
I can
though.
use my magic fingers to shrink the building down a little bit. But
I'll give it a roll.
Okay, that's a success. It looks like with a little bit of work, you could probably get it shored up a little bit, so it's not going to like collapse completely in. You might be able to get it a little bit stable. It's definitely like down on the ground, and there's definitely damage and so forth. But you think you could probably get it stabilized enough. Just need some materials to work with. And folks are approaching you, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you!" And they're all DBs. Like, there's very few, if any, humans here. There's some, but there's not a lot. It's mostly not humans hanging out. You're actually. Go ahead.
Nope. It's a pleasure. This is what we do. Because we're cops.
And as you're saying that, Chopper, you are approached by a human. He says, "Oh, it's good. Thank God. There's heroes out there in the world like this." He's got got the handlebar droopy mustache.
Of course.
Yeah. Human. He introduces himself as Luke Towson. He is the mayor of Summerfield. He is accompanied by his daughter, who is a young woman, probably, later 20s, blonde hair. Yeah. And he's like, this is my daughter, Diva.
Must have been a
and,
handful growing up.
Yeah.
What's that?
So your kid must have been a handful growing up if you named her Diva.
Right? Not as satisfying as cold hard cash.
Yeah.
That's right. They're like, we'd really like to do something special for you. How about our inn is over there. You could have rooms for the night, and then we could hold a rally for you tomorrow at my mansion. Treat you to a fine meal.
When he says over there, it's not in the building that's falling.
It's not in the building that's fallen. It's several
If we
blocks.
watch another building start singing,
What
into
actually
another
happened to your
sinkhole.
building? Did you have an explosion?
No, I haven't the slightest idea.
I want to go check out the foundation of that thing then.
Okay. What kind
We
of
might have mole people.
I was gonna say
What
you
kind of
said it was like a
There's not a
sinkhole,
history of
right?
sinkholes here.
Not that I'm aware of, but I mean, who knows? Apocalypse happened. I don't know. So while you're there chatting with him, everyone can give me some notice rules if you want. Also, Simon, do you have any like?
The only thing that I think that
Scientific-
might work is battle because it's tactics is involved. And
Okay.
if I were going to bring this building down,
Okay.
where would I put explosives?
Okay,
Or like,
sure.
what would I do to bring a building down like this?
Oh,
Sure.
there you go, Chopper.
Now, one other thing that I'll point out is when he mentioned food, all of your stomachs rumbled.
when
food
was the
sounds
last
good.
time we
Even
ate?
Copper. Well, you ate
Been a
not
really
that long
long
ago.
time.
But you've been here. You've been traveling through this territory for a few days, like 3 or 4.
Okay.
And yeah, food just sounded good.
I mean, food always sounds good.
Yeah. So let's see. So Simon, you.
Oh, I should not be fatigued anymore, I don't think.
No.
So let me remove that. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So Simon, you're looking around and you're like, you don't. Number one, you don't see any like signs of like where there would have been no debris from like blasting or anything like that. To the best of your knowledge, this looks like it might have just been a naturally occurring sinkhole.
I don't believe in coincidences. It's mole people.
Could be.
I mean, we are.
Meanwhile, off to you say that, and then like 3 feet over, there's a DB and his family, and they're all mole people, and they're like, "Oh man."
Oh no.
Man, they'll just let anybody into this community. Once you get more people, this is what happens.
Oh my gosh.
You have to be picking on termite people.
Hmm.
What about the mole people, though?
Only if the houses are made of wood.
That's true. All right, so looks like Doggart got a 9 for his notice roll, and Chopper got a 16. So Doggart and Chopper, you both notice that the mayor has kind of that snake oil salesman kind of politician to him, which
He's a politician.
not necessarily unexpected in this area.
Yeah.
But
Not
his
necessarily
daughter,
wrong, but
Yeah.
not great either.
right? His daughter, you do notice that she is well armed, and she's very confident. She's smiling at you, but she's kind of got that look in the eye, and
Like I'm in danger.
And you both noticed that she has very low profile mom implants. And what mom implants are there little nodes on the head that someone has had the mind over matter conversion or alteration, augmentation, that basically gives it kind of hotwires the human brain. So it will give you enhanced physical capabilities, but it comes at the cost of damaging your sanity. They're referred to as crazies. It's one of the other archetypes in this setting. And yeah, she appears to be a crazy, which would explain why she looks a little unhinged.
Little
but also very
unhinged.
confident. Yeah, little unhinged, but also very confident, because she could probably toe to toe with Bert's character for a while.
Well, what about Chopper?
Chopper might be more of a challenge, but also not
Okay.
beyond the realm of possibility.
Oh, that's concerning.
Yeah. If she has the right equipment, that's the main thing. But if she's got a vibro knife, there's a chance she could hurt a Chopper.
Keeping an eye on her then.
Well,
But not-
I guess
not-
we also
not-
have a lot of fun with doing the eating. Which one of the guns is your favorite?
This one, and she hefts up a big old rail gun.
That's awesome.
Oh.
I don't use a lot of guns. I've got a flamethrower. I just got it recently. It's super cool.
Yeah, and you've
she's-
seen a rail
she's-
gun like this. You had found one once earlier.
So she's got some heavy equipment then.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only a little
What about
concerning.
you? What's your favorite guns? I like guns. Guns are great.
My favorite gun is this giant stabbing gun.
That's great. Does it shoot at things?
It doesn't, but I
shoot
fly
through-
at them, so I'm the bullet.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm a flying chopping bullet.
Flying chopping bullet. That's great.
That is cool.
Oh my god.
Fulb.
I hope I get to see that sometime.
Do you want to go shoot things and chop things?
And she looks at her dad like, can I? And he's like, okay, for 5 minutes. Just,
Chopper,
I mean,
you're
that building's
friend.
totally gonna fall down anyway, so let's go fuck it up.
give me a persuasion on that.
I have persuasion because it's a default skill.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, well, it's a success.
It is a success. He's like, all right. I mean, just watch where you're shooting. Make sure you hit the building and don't drop it on people. And
It becomes a game of how big a piece of a thing can I chop and then toss in the air for her to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you have a great deal of fun with that game. And she's a pretty good shot.
Nice.
Excellent.
Not as good a shot as Dogger, but she's a good shot. But you know, Dogger, you and Dogger have played this game before. Dogger is a very good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, I'm looking to see if she's a good match for Dogger.
When it comes to blowing up building, Dogger good.
That's right. Yeah, as long as that target don't move, I can fucking get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really good at shooting stationary targets. Let me tell you,
Right. They're my favorite kind.
they're my favorite kind.
That's why I wait for people to hide. Just shoot where they're hiding.
Right.
Like
First, I shoot at them with small guns so they hide. Then I shoot at them with big gun.
So, you know, they've offered you, you know, free rooms for the night, but you do have a little bit of time to kill. If you wanted to get something to eat here in the town.
Yes.
Okay.
What's their town specialty? Every town's got a specialty.
Jeremy, what is the town's specialty food?
God. This is, what area are we in again?
You're in kind of these coalition colonies. They grow a lot of grain products and things like that. You've seen plenty of grain fields and whatnot.
So like
It's mostly basically what you know is not too long ago.
Cornbread hash.
Cornbread hash makes
Yeah.
sense.
Where it's just like, it's like cornbread mixed with kind of whatever mystery meat you can get and whatever veggies you can get. So it's very filling, seasoned very heavily.
Okay.
You know, it's always better when they don't tell you where the meat comes from.
Totally, yeah.
I'm gonna ask if they can make my hash extra crispy.
They will do what they can. So just one thing to note is that this whole region is kind of known as the coalition colonies, and basically it's because the emperor of the coalition declared on his night of unification. So ordinarily the coalition tends to have like big walled acropolis type cities, like mega city kind of things. And to get into them, you'd have to apply and wait on a waiting list. And if your genes weren't pure enough and so forth, you weren't getting in. But a lot of people still waited outside those cities. They were like, we need to do something and we need to expand our territory. So he declared that if you and your family go and try to colonize these lands over here and homestead for us, you'll get, you know, coalition citizenship and all the benefits, free healthcare, rudimentary education, well, training in a trade, not education. They don't really do that, but they'll train you to do something. Maybe you could serve with the military and so forth. So a lot of folks took up that offer. Now, this community was not founded on that. You did not see like really any like big farms or anything like that. So again, it's a bit of an anomaly being out here, but it's also not that far within the boundary area. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah. But yes, you do find a place, and yes, they do have. They have the hash, and it's pretty good. Who's all going to eat?
I'm definitely
Everyone?
going to eat. Yeah,
Who would
Okay.
not eat? That's
Chopper's
that's
gonna
like
sit and watch.
I will
Well,
gladly
okay.
describe
yes.
every single bite and flavor and scent
So,
of my
a
food.
couple of things is it tastes really good.
Nice.
It's really good. You're scarfing it down. You almost have a hard time remembering to describe it to Chopper. You're just so hungry,
I'm very hungry.
and you kind of not getting as full feeling as you thought you would. And Chopper, even watching them eat and hearing them talk about it, what little they do talk about it, it just makes you more and more gnawingly hungry. Everyone give me notice rolls while you're sitting around eating.
Just to notice how poisoned their food is.
Oh shit. I don't think the food is poisoned. I think the food is in one of them situations where like the first meal is free and also laced with like meth.
No, it's
Nope.
just human meat. That's okay.
No, actually what you notice is that, so you're in this diner, you're eating, but what you're noticing is like you all got really nice sized portions. Everyone else has got much smaller portions. There doesn't seem to be as much food to go around.
So we're getting treated a little
Little nicer, but you did, a great service for the community, so they're kind of rewarding you. But
Who's serving us?
Are people around us unhappy looking about it?
I would say they don't look unhappy about that you're getting more food, but they all have kind of a hungry gleam
We got hungry
in their eyes. They all look maybe a little, it's hard to say because I mean it's your first time meeting them, but maybe they're a little emaciated, a little underfed.
Whoever's serving us just blatantly ask, what's your food situation? Why are you low on food?
It's everything around here. Like we get folks that come from other places, and the nice ones who don't run away or scream at us and whatnot, tell us there's some sort of blight affecting like a lot of the crops and stuff. There's been a lot of loss of whole fields of grain and other things, and it's even affecting some of the animals and so forth. So there's just not been as much food to go around.
You have hunters, trappers?
We do, and the animals have been a little bit more scarce too.
They're like a bigger
What's
problem
causing
that
the
needs
blight?
solved? Yeah.
Don't
Your
know.
farmers know?
Don't know. Just started a few months ago. But I mean, there's people coming from as far away as Wellstone, which is like on the other side of the.
So just kind of having looked at the town coming in,
Mm-hmm.
what does their technology level look like?
Probably actually somewhat comparable to like 20th century.
Okay, then I'll just ask, have you tried hydroponics? I mean, if it's the soil, have you tried growing indoors?
I don't know, man. I just work at the restaurant. I don't know.
Well, who would I talk to? What farmers would be around? Anyone here?
No, not really. Any of the farmers are here. They're usually staying home and watching over their stuff. I'm not sure where we get some of the products from. You could ask the mayor. He might know.
Your mayor seems a little. I'm sure he's fine, but he seems like the kind of person that just tells you the best of things and not the worst of things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he tries to keep our spirits up. And I mean, everyone's just feeling the pinch these days.
Who's the sourest person in town?
Yeah.
I should talk to?
Who's going to give us the most offensive take on this?
Yeah.
You know what? That would be Old Lady Witherspoon.
Old lady Karen.
Yeah, she's she'll usually show up to like market and stuff with her cart of goods. But that's like not every day. I mean, she's got to work. She got all them kids. I mean, well, or pups. I'm not sure. I don't know. She has a lot of pups. And the server is like looking at Doggart. Pups? Is it pups? Yeah, your young folk. Are they kids? Are they pups? What is it?
Do I know that?
You probably have no idea. Doggart probably has no idea. You could roll a common knowledge thing to just be like,
I feel like that's something I may not know about.
Yeah, that's fair. You do know about it. You're like, either one is technically okay. It's a gray area. You are uplifted animals, basically.
It's like it could go either way, probably.
You don't take offense at either one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Doggart really wants to.
No.
Okay. So there you be. You've been given a name of a farmer. Next market days, maybe a couple of days or so. She has a wagon, an actual wagon that she brings her stuff in on. She's usually got some more fresh kind of food and whatnot, but I mean, I don't get out there much. I'm usually working, so.
Okay.
But great job with saving the folks over there. My dad lives over in that place, and he's alive because you. So thank you very much. Just consider your meals on the house today.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't mind still leaving some money behind.
What's that?
I said I don't mind still leaving some money behind.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can certainly leave a generous tip. He's like, I earn a living wage.
Oh, shit.
Sure, that's true too. Our supply line's not good. Like if your own crops are not great, is there no money to be buying food elsewhere, or is that just not available elsewhere?
It's a little bit of like there doesn't seem to be as much to buy, just overall in general. I mean, obviously we don't trade a lot with the coalition homesteaders because they don't like us. The traders that do talk to us, and some of them can get away with trading with the coalition, have said that even the coalition doesn't have as much to sell. The amounts just aren't there. I mean, you want to hear some scary shit? That some of these traders are saying that they're every now and then they find like an outlying like farmstead, and everyone's fucking dead except for like one guy covered in blood because he ate his family or something crazy ass shit. Like, it's not that bad here, but you hear rumors.
I mean, like Simon, like if they've got their food's not growing and they got the fucking sinkhole that opened up, I think you're onto the mole people thing. Like,
I look at the mole family next to us. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like,
I've been saying it the
dad's
whole
like,
time. I've been saying it the whole time.
Fuck you, man.
I mean, not you, but like, subterranean, underground, humanoid monstrosities. Because I couldn't remember what the chud words are.
What about the chud?
What is the thing? What do they call them? The
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
think we need to start talking to some of the farmers to find out. They're going to know best what's wrong with the land.
Yeah.
And from there, maybe we should go check out some of the. Well, man, I want to check out underneath like the building. So the building itself, we looked at, it was fine, but we didn't look at the ground beneath the building.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a sinkhole, it should be big enough for us to like shimmy down.
Yeah.
Silly question, but none of us have any like side scanning technology that can look underground, do we?
No. They had some that they let you use back in Fort Comanche, but you know, that's a ways away.
Yeah.
They had like ground penetrating radar.
Yeah. I say we eat up, rest up for the night, because the mayor wanted to throw that banquet for us like tomorrow night. We could go spelunking.
I feel like
Get
we're
up
getting a
early.
little over celebrated. Is it just me?
Something's definitely up, because I'm really hungry, and we didn't I understand being hungry, but we just ate not too long ago.
That was a
Hey.
lot of food.
Do your magic thingy. See if anything's affecting us or the area.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll use my detect arcana.
Oh.
Ooh, actually, can I check in with my bots to see if they're working overtime to keep me healthy?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of what kind of role that would be. What kind of skills do you have, Simon?
I don't.
I mean, if you're worried
I can
about
shoot
it,
things.
I could do I could do I could medical inspect you.
Yeah, like a medical or a medicine
Yeah,
role.
I'm pretty
or whatever.
decent at healing. I could
Yeah.
check you out on that.
Yep. That's spellcasting, Chuck. You need a cult. Oh no, you're
'Cause-
casting Detect Arcana. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were doing a cult check for some reason.
Oh no.
My bad.
Just checking
Alright.
to see what kind of magical vibes are in the air.
So, when you were in the Borderlands region, and there was all that weird psychic static that also
Yeah.
seemed to affect the machinery, there is like this weird low-grade magical effect of some kind, right?
Like, yeah,
That was just kind of permanently,
like a
or not permanently, but just ever present.
yeah.
This seems eerily similar to that. Different, but similar. It's like an ever-present thing.
Okay.
Not sure what's generating it, but it just seems like it's something there.
Okay. I'll share that. Like, yeah, there's definitely like a lightweight magical fog kind of hanging out in the area.
You guys got a shaman in town? Magic man?
Not, I mean, I don't know of one openly, but maybe. We get all kinds of, we got lots of different folks and lots of different religions in the area, so I don't know. I mean, it's not like we're a coalition. We're not opposed to it necessarily, but I
Yeah, fair.
although in some ways I kind of prefer they stay away, because then like the Psystalker tribes and whatnot don't come here. There's less reason for like coalition to show up and harass us and send dog boys and Psystalkers at us.
Okay. But yeah, then I'll medically check out Simon, follow
Okay.
up on his hunch. Maybe his
Yeah.
nanobots are in overdrive. It's a 4.
Okay. Yeah. That's a success. You do look at his readout and like it's a lot of more or less Greek to you,
Yeah.
because you're not, but it does seem like there's certain levels in his like bloodstream and whatnot that would indicate that he is definitely suffering from like an excessive hunger. Not really necessarily like harming him in any way, at least not at this point, but it's definitely affecting his physiology to a certain degree.
Okay. So it's not like his like white blood cell count is way up, like he's fighting some kind of infection.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like he's infected or fighting off a disease or anything. It's more like he's just maybe, just hungry and has some like elevated cortisol levels or something.
Okay, I'll share that out. Yeah.
Well, you're the mage. Can you just wrangle your fingers and get rid of it?
I think that's all it takes. It's literally just like that's how magic is done.
I mean, I do have my relief spell, but mechanically,
This would be more of a like, give me an occult roll,
Yeah.
Chuck. This would be like, do you know?
What about?
And it's based on also on your Detect Arcana. All right, that's a success. You would know that from, detecting the thing going on in the Borderlands and what's going on here. Whatever is generating this is something. It's either something just very widespread, so your effect would be incredibly limited, or it's being generated by something massively powerful and way bigger than anything you could do anything about.
Okay. I'll share that. It sounds fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, that's information.
It is information.
Maybe there's like giant earthworms underground eating the dirt, and whatever's making people hungry is making them extra hungry. So they're down chugging, like wolfing down even more dirt than usual, which is causing the instabilities, and maybe it's like fucking up the soil health.
We all have tapeworms.
I don't think so.
Just you,
Is this-
Ducker.
Is this okay? I was gonna say, is this South Beach parasite?
Oh shit.
what it was in Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. We'll eat. I don't have any other plans for the moment.
Okay. All right.
How late is it?
It's getting late.
I want to check out the ground underneath that building before we turn in tonight. Just
Okay.
especially if whatever it is might be nocturnal, if it is a creature.
I'll
And
come with
then
you.
tomorrow maybe go visit some of the fields, talk to some of the farmers.
I
mean, assuming you guys
listening.
want to do anything furder here, we can just move on.
That makes sense.
I mean, we're
I'm fine
here.
checking
We're
it out.
supposed to help people, so we might as well help people.
I got good hearing and smelling skills. So
That could be useful.
I want a tapeworm.
I could probably help you with that. Apparently,
We can't give you a tapeworm, Chopper, but how about a tape measure worm?
Just a tape measure that I can pull out of my ass.
That's fantastic.
well, no,
Put
you
a little
you
head
just
on it,
set
make
me.
it, semi-sentient
You
or
just
something.
set me at one end, and then you take it out to the other end.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tell you
Just
measure
like a
distance.
regular tape measure.
Yeah.
It's a team effort.
And Chopper gets really excited when you just like let it, pull it and let it retract.
Yeah, it just zips right back up into my asshole.
Now put a little perk in your step. So, are you going to bed then? And
No, I think Simon wants to check out the
oh, that's
building.
all right. You wanted to go
Yeah.
check out
Yeah.
the ground around there first. Okay.
Just in case maybe there's something horrible that'll come up out of the ground once it
Sure,
turns
sure.
dark. That's a
Tiny
good
worms
idea.
like you get in a toddler's butt.
Ew, pinworms.
No, you go. Give me notice rolls. Let's see what you can find. Notice rolls unless you're using a specific skill to look for anything more specific that you think would be more applicable.
Notice is fine start for me.
There you go.
Ooh, my dice stopped showing up, so I'm gonna be low. Oh, no, now it showed up.
Yeah, you're good. You got a raise. And yeah, waiting to see if
There we
Chopper
go.
comes in.
Just being just a
There you
little
go.
stubborn.
Yeah,
That
fizzling.
Chopper noticing like heck.
Chopper noticing like heck.
So
All
you're
right.
saying it's like this place, it's like a toddler's butthole, and we just need to jump into the toddler's butthole and grab things.
So you get down there, and you're looking around, and it's mostly just loose earth and so forth. It doesn't seem like there was like something tunneled, or at least that's what you think at first. As you're kind of looking around and Chopper's running scans and whatnot, you do think there might be like it's totally blocked and collapsed at this point, but maybe there was a tunnel at some point that led to near the foundation. But you're not sure if that tunnel like continued on past, or if it just connected to like a lower part of the building. You're not sure exactly why it would have
Maybe
collapsed.
this used to be a tunnel, but if it is worms, like worms, they dig, but then they poop behind them. So maybe they plug the tunnel with their own poop to disguise it. It's camel poop or
Yeah.
poopaflage.
Poopaflage.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Proud of that word myself. I'm very proud of it.
It's a good word.
I'm gonna go punch the poopaflage.
I think we should.
But actually, I'm gonna take my big sword and I'm gonna poke the tip into the poopaflage.
Just the tip into the poop.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
That's how you start?
Yep.
I always start with
at
the
least
side.
at least I have not described that the dirt was wet and muddy, so you're not pushing mud.
If that's what it takes, I'll
That's
do
what
it.
it takes. And I mean, you put your sword all the way in there, and nothing.
Give it a little
nothing.
wiggle.
Yeah, nothing wiggles. Matter of fact, even you're like, oh, it's. I mean, it's pretty. It's either very deep or very packed or something, but yeah.
You want to try and detect arcane again here at the
Yeah, I can do
the
that.
epicenter of something happening?
Yeah. Nine?
Yeah, aside from that that thing that you already detected, there's nothing new here.
Okay.
Nothing, no additional supernatural anythings. You're not really seeing any tracks, just that you think there might have once been maybe a tunnel that connected, some kind of tunnel, but not sure if it was even, could have been left by something burrowing. You're pretty sure it's not man-made.
Yeah. Worms.
What about mole made?
Ooh.
As the mole family is walking past in the street above you, and they're like, fucking hell.
They're gonna catch a lot of flack until they prove otherwise.
Just a recurring thing, like the cabbages. Not my
It's actually gonna
cabbage.
be earthworm people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
One of them's named Jim.
Oh, shit.
That would be great.
That would be great. Yeah. So, yeah, you can, that's what you're seeing there. Nothing really jumping out at you is like incriminating or pointing to anything in particular.
Okay. Simon, anything else?
I mean, if the tunnel's collapsed, it's not going to do us any good.
Yeah. We'd have to see if we can find a fresh, like, sinkhole.
You said technology levels are roughly equal to 20th century here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking at some point somebody did a survey of the ground underneath here to find out, like, if there are natural caverns, cisterns, water wells, things like that.
Maybe.
So I'm guessing the mayor. We're gonna have to have a talk with the mayor.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that water could have done this?
I'm suggesting if there might already be tunnels that something is using under there now.
Yeah.
Certainly possible.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a whole apocalypse and 500 years of nothingness and bad buildings. There,
Also, water does do that
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
and I mean, they're kind of wrecked old buildings, but they are buildings.
Our foremost enemy, water.
Silly water.
It just reminds me of, I saw a thing where I think it was a TikTok where the guy was like, water is an acid, and the reason we all die is because we drink water, because it's slowly dissolving us.
What if I told you that everyone who has died Not only do they drink water,
Water.
but worse yet, they breathe oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, they poop. Pooping is what kills you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Lord, don't even get me started on that.
Oh no. I like pooping.
Pooping is the only time I get peace.
I get all my book reading done while I'm pooping.
That's what the poop wants you to think.
It's a trap.
That'll be just one session sometime. Is like every character's got like having horrible, dietary issues. We'll say dietary distress, and
who pooped
they're all
last?
using the same public restroom, just separate stalls, and just 2 hours of a conversation.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the robot chicken episode of Who Poop Last?
Poop last. Anyway, so yeah, that's what you found down in the hole.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do, or did you want to go turn in for the night?
I'm good with
And I-
turning in for the night.
Yeah. Then we
It-
can talk
it makes
to the
sense for-
mayor.
Well-
Simon to be all like, let's go do stuff, because he's juicer.
Yeah.
He's half stoned, but he's also like ready to go.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to talk to the mayor at his feast for us.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be really nice to maybe have a little bit more information about the goings on first. That way, when we talk to him, we can we have a cross check and we won't just be taking his word for shit.
Hey, there's another thing I'm thinking about. So do we feel hungry even though we ate?
Yes, you do.
What if I ate some of our own food? See if that goes away or not.
Absolutely. You can go ahead and eat some of your food.
I'll eat some of one of my protein bars.
All right. And you still feel hungry.
Yeah, so it's an effect. It's an area effect.
Yeah.
Give me just a general smarts roll for everyone.
I'm sure that it's one of the horse riders of apocalypse. Famine is here. He's in the next room next to us. He's causing all of this.
Yeah.
Simon not realizing that the actual famine horseman is actually just riding around Africa.
Yeah. There's also a test we can do. We can move away from the town, eat, figure out what the radius of this thing is, too.
So, Chopper and Doggart, particularly Doggart,
I do like food.
it occurs to you that, like, kind of since you've entered this coalition colonies area, like every day, you got a little bit more hungry. And you're thinking about food a lot more. The more time you spend in this region. So it seems to be intensifying the longer you stay here.
Is there some sort of broadcast tower of hunger?
There isn't. It's just a gaping hole
Ooh.
that just sucks the full feeling in. It's a ground butthole.
Do I feel where my hunger is gravitating me towards?
No.
No,
No.
it's not an inverse belly button in the center of town.
There is not. But like I said, it seems like it's like I said, it's been since you crossed into this whole region, not just since
Region.
you've been approaching the town. Like it's been building steadily over the last few days.
Yeah. I mean, our best bet might be like to go visit. Like they have farms where they specifically said there was like somebody that ate their own family. Like that's if we're feeling there's like a supernatural effect, investigating those spots are more likely to give us something.
I think the problem is that this sort of thing is, I don't think it's in my area of expertise.
Yeah. What are we expertising?
Why I'm hungry.
Oh, because there's a miasma, like a magical miasma in the area that's making
Yeah,
us
but
all
who's
hungry.
farting it out?
We don't know.
Can I smell it on the wind? Can I?
That's
I mean, maybe we can just ask some of the people, like, privately, if they feel hungry all the time, too.
I mean, like, maybe there's like some sort of fart factory somewhere that's just making the miasma, and then it's a matter of discerning where the miasma's coming from.
yeah.
Now, one thing I will point out is that when you were in the Borderlands and then you crossed into Comanche Preserve territory, that buzzy static that you were all having, that all went away.
Hmm.
But you also noticed that the people in the Comanche Preserve were a little agitated, like all the time, always just a little keyed up and a little tense.
Yeah.
One Goofy's been replaced with another Goofy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Discuss. I'm going to use the restroom. Be right back.
Goodbye, John.
Oh no.
Bye.
Target's not good at thinking. Just
What
like
do we-
Daniel.
Remind me what we're thinking about again.
If there's like a miasma or whatever, then it's got to be coming from somewhere theoretically,
Generally,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of getting the maps, and, like, we've been told there's multiple farms that have had the blight. Like, compare that to a map to see if there's any sort of, like, pattern.
Oh, yeah.
or,
We're like, and we put the pins with the yarn.
Like maybe like it hit one
bad at the yarn.
first, and then the other one second, and then the other one third. So then you could say like it's radiating out from some point in the middle of the three of them.
Yeah.
something like that.
So it
To
sounds like,
triangulate it.
yeah. Sounds
I'm
like
not gonna no math.
no math. But yeah, sounds like tomorrow we're gonna go talk to a bunch of farmers.
Nice.
We're just gonna sing the farmers only jingle at them.
Hopefully,
Oh
the
my.
one that ate his family. You know, I'll try to tell him he doesn't need to feel bad. I knew somebody that ate their family too. She ate all the babies.
One other thing I'll point out: this is a town. There's bars.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, we could go. I think Bird already asked that. What time of day is it?
At this point, it's probably approaching like 8 p.m.
It's prime bar time.
Oh my.
Bar time.
Bar time.
Let's go hit up some barns and see if we can find any info.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we came up with a good idea too, though.
What's that?
We're gonna go visit the farmers, and we're gonna
Oh,
see if we
yes.
could figure out when the blight affected them, and if it occurred over a period of time, maybe we can use that to triangulate
Yeah.
the point in the middle of them where it's spreading out from.
Okay.
That
So,
was my good idea for the day. I'm all out. Sorry.
That's a good idea. though.
you know what? I want all of you to roll me a d20. Just use a little, or a d12. We'll say a d12 because I see that's what the dice tray goes up to.
Well, we got a spectrum.
Nope, that's fine. All right, Simon, what is the name of the bar that you wind up going to?
The salty quadruped.
Oh.
Salty Quadruped. Okay. Sounds like a good place. You go in.
They sell
It's a-
margaritas.
It's yes, there are. It is margarita night.
Yeah.
It is definitely a dive bar, but unlike the last bar you went to, it's not a coalition bar.
Probably for the
This one's a
best.
little bit more free range. There is some wild-looking beings in here, but they all seem to be getting along fairly well, having drinks. There's a game of pool going on. They got a dartboard.
I'll join in on the darts game.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know darts
Athletics.
well.
Athletics would be darts.
Oh, I have athletics, but only because it made me.
Mm-hmm.
I think you always get at least a D4 in it.
Mhm.
It's the same reason I have persuasion.
I got a 4.
All right.
Okay, you do an all right. You know, you do a decent game of darts.
Nice.
So I take it you're chatting with the other people you're playing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me a persuasion roll. Sounds like you're
Yeah.
going the nice way, and you can take a +2 on that.
Okay. With the +2, that'll be a 6.
And you just kind of chatting them up.
Yeah, just chatting them up, talking about, the blight.
Yeah, most of them, some of them work in the fields, and like, yeah, it's been crazy. Just started out of nowhere. Like the plants just kind of, they just kind of turned to slime. It's real weird. And
They turned into what?
like slime. Like they just kind of turn all goopy.
And that's the plants that are doing that?
Yeah.
That's
It's
fucked
worse
up.
if like somebody eats it, or or sometimes some of the wild critters get into it, because then it seems to like infect them in weird ways.
That's
They get real
fucking weird.
vicious. Yeah. So we do what we can. When we find it, we kind of have to take care of it.
Do
And then there's and I mean, people are moving out because one day there's people here, and then the next day they're gone.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, if you got the hunger, that not even hands can satisfy.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have anything extra, huh?
No
Or a
extra
bite.
hands. No.
I just
We got rations in the vehicle, right?
you bought
Yeah,
extra.
but it won't do them any good.
Oh, because they'll still be hungry.
Yeah.
I can give him that super spicy stuff I have. That'll be a good hunger suppressant.
Maybe, yeah.
Unless they do have the hunger that only hands can satisfy, which we're in trouble.
Oh my.
They all need Snickers.
True. Okay. I'm really
And,
disturbed by the sliminess.
Mm-hmm.
I would roll like a nature test or something, but I don't have it.
Yeah. I think anybody does.
Fun.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
It's easy to hide some slime in the hash. Just a little bit.
Ash slinging slasher.
You do see that it's pretty hard to miss on the other side of the, like, far into the bar from you. One guy's having a drink, and he like knocks over a bowl of popcorn that somebody had that they were munching at the table, and the dude whose bowl of popcorn it was like loses his shit and just starts screaming in this guy's face, and they get into an altercation, and the bouncer does come over and like separates them and throws them both out.
Oh, little popcorns, nobody's gonna eat you now. I'll just crush you and rub you between my fingers.
Don't worry. Dogger will eat popcorn on the floor.
People get aggravated. I wouldn't go for that, man. Well, you're going down for it, and there's a couple other people that are down there with you.
They're insatiable.
I feel like it's Dogger's job to eat food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very
On the
much it.
Floor food.
Floor
Oh,
food, yeah.
Floor food is best food.
Floor stacks for Dogger.
Unless you're my goddamn cat, and she's like, "Oh, you're trying to cook something? Smells pretty good. Let me put my face in that.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe give it a couple tasty licks."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
okay.
goes the other direction.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you kind of find in the bar. Unless you have other questions. What are the things you want to do?
Not unless I can find a farmer in the bar to talk to.
No, there is a farmer. I mean, there's a couple of farmers.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, man. What can we help you out with?
Yeah. So, what's going on with the food? It doesn't seem to be nourishing as it should.
I don't know, man. I mean, there just isn't as much of it.
Well, no, it's not even. There's not much of it. And it's like, here, I give him one of my pre-packed rations. This is my food.
We haven't
Good,
been
eat
eating
it.
well. Yeah.
No, eat here.
He eats it.
Eat
He
it.
eats it.
All right.
He eats it. He's like,
You're not
yeah, I'm
full,
still
are you?
hungry.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
not just your food. It's all food here.
And the guy is just like, I don't know.
But yeah, so you haven't noticed anything different in the soil? You keep animals? You haven't noticed anything different with the animals?
If they get into the blighted stuff, they get sick pretty bad. You usually got to put them down because they turn kind of, I wouldn't say rabid, but something else. Some weird mystic shit. I don't know a lot about it.
You didn't piss off a witch or anything, did you?
No. I mean, shit, man. It's not even just us. Like, we're hearing stories from all over. That's why folks are, packing up and leaving, and they don't even say goodbye. They're just gone.
So why are you still here?
It's home. And up until recently, it's been a pretty decent place to live.
How recently?
Like, last couple of months.
We heard anything big happen in the last couple of months in the coalition territories?
Nope. Not anything too big.
Okay.
The coalition actually seems to be kind of like, they're in a rebuilding phase. They expended a lot of resources taking Tolkien.
Okay.
I got nothing. I got nothing else.
Yeah.
My idea. Well, I mean, it's just.
I don't know.
This is talking in character. It just seems like this is not a localized event. Then it's happening all over coalition territory here. So something the coalition either did or responsible for.
Yeah.
The only other idea I have is to eat so much food that you think you would be sick, and see just how much food you can eat.
Okay.
Just eat
And like,
eat
I
and
volunteer.
eat. I do. I do volunteer.
Nice.
I'm having meat
feel like
pie
that's a very-
flashbacks.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a very dog thing to do. Just eat and eat and eat and eat until you get sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess, Simon, if it is something like the coalition is doing, maybe that's why the mayor's throwing a banquet for us tomorrow. So we can, like, chat in private with an ulterior cover.
Yeah, I tell you what though, let's not do this on his schedule. Let's throw him off. Let's go and meet him early.
Okay. I'm down for that.
He's just a little bit too oily for my liking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, let's
Do
go.
you really want them to waste food on our behalf?
No, especially
I
if
don't
there's a
think so.
shortage. It's weird.
Yeah. Let's get a few hours of sleep and go and knock on that door nice and early in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite possibly a shortage, just because everybody's eating so much extra.
Yeah.
Well, no, the guy who's playing darts was talking about how the crops were turning to slime and shit.
Yeah, but as we've seen though, it affects all food, like even our food. So
It's got to be like something in the air. I mean, there's that miasma that I'm picking up, like, and I mean, it could be a multi-pronged attack. Like, let's kill their food supply and make them way too hungry.
well, maybe you're right on the word attack. This might be someone who's not overly happy with the coalition that is literally attacking the coalition in a way that they're not so
Yeah. Well, then also,
able to deal with magic.
Yeah, and I mean, also you got to think about it too. This is rough, like loosely coalition. This is the rejects that can't get into actual coalition citizenship out here in the colonies. So like maybe this is the coalition itself going, hey, that's a nice piece of land where we could put citizens we want. And this is their
Get
I
out
think so,
rejects.
because they could, honestly, they could just execute the rejects. It's not like they'd have to do a lot to move these people along.
That's fair.
Yeah. Is it worth the long game of getting rid of them if that's the case?
Yeah, that is a little more.
I mean, the coalition is not soft-handed with
Yeah.
how they rule. If they wanted the area, they just take the area.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, let's get some sleep and go visit the mayor at the crack of dawn.
All right, so you go to your rooms and you go to sleep, and as you're Simon, as you're you're probably the first one to get up, just because you don't need as much sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a knock at your door.
All right. I answer it with the rifle butt.
Okay, it's the innkeeper.
Ah, sorry.
Like, there was another sinkhole, and
Oh.
there's some sort of structure in this one that wasn't.
Oh,
It's not from the surface, and I think people are saying someone's trying to get out of it.
yeah. Well, let's go check it out. I'll knock on everybody else's door. Hey, get up. Get up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, innkeeper, go throw some coffee on. We'll need it.
True.
You don't need coffee.
I do.
Agreed.
Bert doesn't. Coffee doesn't do
The
shit.
rest of us need coffee. Bert's thinking of the rest of us. And by the rest of us, I mean, I guess just Chuck and I.
Mhm. I mean, we could probably get some coffee and like feed it into
just pour it in
choppers,
your-
like
pour it-
bio.
Although
chopper.
actually, it would be more common to have tea because coffee requires certain types of climates to grow in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look up what kind of crops they grow in Missouri.
Not coffee.
Not coffee. That's correct.
I think the only coffee grown in the States is koa, whatever, in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah. Needs a certain kind of climate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you have some morning refreshments. Again, not satisfying. Chopper, it just glanced over at this time, but you had another nightmare about being attacked by worms and mortal body, but at the same time, you were promised great power and all of your dreams coming true by just taking that step off that cliff.
At least the worms were eating well. I wonder if they're still hungry. Fuck you, worms. I hope you're hungry, dream worms.
Yeah.
All right, so you head on over, and and as you get there, Bert, you've got anyone with the battle skill will recognize that this is like a buried underground bunker of some kind. Something must have shifted and exposed this thing. If anyone wants to give me a
Common
let's
knowledge.
see. Sorry, science or repair at -2.
I can't. I would be rolling a D4 -4.
I don't know if it rolled or not, but I told it to.
Yeah, same. It just kind of froze.
Nope. It looks like Dan. Yeah, Dan, yours popped through. Dan, you got success.
Yay! I'm gonna
Um,
reload. So
So you notice that it appears this structure is damaged in some way, and it looks like you realize, as they kind of pointed out where this thing was. it looks like it might connect to what you've been told is the mayor's mansion, and you hear the sounds coming from inside of this facility. And then as you're kind of standing there taking that all in, the wall that you're kind of looking at that appears kind of damaged explodes outwards, and coalition grunts coming out, guns blazing. We're just gonna do this as like a quick little encounter. We don't need a map for it or anything. Just give me what you're going to do in this quick combat.
I mean,
And then give me rolls.
Who are we
I'm
fighting?
probably not in my mech, correct?
That's up to you, but I would think probably not. But maybe. I mean, they did say it was a sinkhole, so you might have jumped in the mech. I'll let that be your call.
So is this
I feel like
technically coalition territory?
Yes, technically this town exists within coalition territory. And it's odd that it's been kind of unmolested.
And these are coalition troops.
Yes, pouring out of
Where-
this bunker. There's about how many? I think there's like a dozen or so.
Wearing current regalia?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh.
That's weird.
It is weird. So the coalition's the mole people?
Looks like it.
It's an angry mole family's like, no.
Yeah, the mole family's like, Jesus Christ, we're right here. And then he like ducks back down to not get shot.
Yeah. Okay, so the bunker's open. A whole bunch of coalition people are running out.
Yep,
And
about a
they're-
dozen troops. It looks like.
Are they
Maybe
shooting?
A few more. They're shooting. They're coming out guns a blazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
nice.
I'm just going to start shooting heads from a distance. That's
Well, anyways, I
Well,
blew them
y'all
up.
would have been fairly close, but yeah. If you want to shoot or go close combat or cast a spell of some kind,
Yeah.
just give me rolls.
Oh, that's right. I have a cool railgun now.
You do have a cool railgun.
Well, I guess since everybody's doing range to start with,
Mm-hmm.
I should probably. Even though I want to chop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop a 5-point sleep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, that's a good one there.
Yeah.
Is that like got a large blast template?
Yeah, it kicks up to large.
Okay.
In that case, maybe I will chop after you put him to sleep. Just
Yeah. I'll roll with that 10. They get to make a spirit test.
Okay.
nice.
I'm not gonna worry about it. This is just meant to be a kind of a quick thing.
Okay.
I want to stab people in their sleep like a hero.
That's right. You're a hero because they
Are
don't
you
feel any
shooting
pain.
Chopper, or are you going in and just murdering
I mean,
people?
now that I know he's gonna put him to sleep and I can play with them,
Okay. Well,
And-
are you giving a moment of pause after after Kozel puts him to sleep?
yeah, probably.
Okay. So like a bunch of them go, Simon pops a couple of heads, Dogger pops a couple of heads. You pull out your sword, and a bunch of these dudes just drop, and a woman wearing like a she comes out. She's unarmed. Her hands are up. She's wearing like a lab coat, and she's like, "We surrender." The few like coalition troops that are still conscious and alive throw down their guns. They're like, "We surrender. Give up." Please don't murder us.
I guess.
Yeah.
I used the flamethrower when I had a chance. God damn it.
So why are you attacking supposedly your own citizens?
Give me a persuasion or intimidation. Either way you want to roll with that.
Well, I'm friendly about it.
Okay.
4.
All right. That's enough. We knew they were here and we just let them stay here. Our job is to let's see here. We were abducting citizens of this town to do experimentations.
Oh, is this about the famine?
No, not per se. This was ongoing before that started, but
Hey, is that affecting you guys too, by the way?
yes, we're aware of it, and there are other teams working on that, I think. Hopefully.
All right, well, let's just talk this up to one big misunderstanding. You came out kind of sudden like, we're just here to protect these folks. They're your folks, so...
They're not our folks.
What they were?
They're Comanche.
Oh, sorry. I thought
they're
these were the
kidnapping them.
rejects of their
No,
folks.
these are coalition soldiers who have been
Coalition
experimenting.
soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, coalition soldiers and scientists who've been experimenting on the DBs in this town, kidnapping them and experimenting on them.
Are you guys hungry?
Oh, yeah, they said they were. They're affected. Yeah.
Okay.
So more townsfolk have been coming in, and they're getting kind of agitated, a little pissed off.
The townsfolk are?
Mm-hmm. Now, also of note is you can tell now that like the bunker is open, it does connect through, and it looks like it might connect to the mayor's mansion.
So is the mayor in on this? I mean, is this how this is all working out?
Give me another persuasion.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, how many of you all wanted to be abducted? Anyone? Hands?
Yeah, the townsfolk are already, they're getting the lynch mob ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody wants to be abducted.
Yeah. The townsfolk are marching on his mansion.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's
you can
taken
see
care of.
The mayor is like, calm down. It's a misunderstanding. The crowd tears down the gate and storms into his courtyard. The mayor runs into his mansion. And then from the garage door attached to the mansion, you hear tires screech, and a tricked out Mountaineer ATV, similar to yours but a little smaller, crashes through the garage door.
Shoot that
Until I blow it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to shoot that down.
from Diva. They are attempting to escape town. And would you like to give chase?
I want to shoot it.
Well, you can do that too, but it's speeding away, so it's going to be out of range of your weapons fairly quick.
I got 120. I mean, that's
Yeah, Simon's got a good rifle.
Yeah, but it's a vehicle comparable in speed to your own, so yeah.
While Simon's taking that pot shot, I'll run to our vehicle, start getting it fired up.
Okay.
How fast is it to my mech?
I would say that you can get there and do that. And Simon, go ahead and give me your pot shot.
all right. So this is something that I would use the heavy beam option for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Just be a shooting roll.
Is it got tires?
It does. So that would be a
That's
called
lot
shot.
faster
Yeah,
than
I'm
my
gonna do a
mech.
called shot.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily want to blow the thing up. I want to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So called shot to hand, head, or vitals. What would you call that? Head vitals.
I'd say hand. Yeah.
Hand? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to roll one of my special D6s after this roll. So,
You should actually be able to add
Oh.
it to the roll
well,
initially.
I'm going to Benny that one first.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it may be easier to shoot it in person.
Oh, man, that sucks. Hmm.
Benny again.
I'm going to Benny once more. And whatever this is, I'm going to let that ride and roll the D6.
Mhm.
So a 5.
You hit. Roll some damage.
Okay, so heavy beam damage.
Okay,
22.
all right, it's not enough to destroy a tire.
Oh, wow.
Tires on these things are armored.
Okay.
But you take your pot shot. And since we only got about 15 minutes, we're going to stop it there. And when we start up next time, we'll start a chase sequence.
Okay, cool.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, should be fun. I have it all set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
See, the problem
Yeah.
is they don't have a good supply of Hot Pockets because we all know Hot Pockets will fill that void.
Yeah.
True.
True.
I could go for some ham
But
and
yeah,
cheese hot pockets.
that's it for tonight.
Mhm.
Cool. We did it.
Excellent.
We
Did something.
True.
We did the thing
I
with
mean,
the
did
stuff.
did the thing.
We did find out the mayor was bad after all,
Yeah.
Surprising
like
no one.
implied from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I will say that some of your ideas and whatnot have given me ideas.
Oh no.
It's always mole people. It's always the mole people. Look over at the mole people.
Fuck you guys.
Always the mole people.
Yeah.
We'll end up having a mole man villain later on.
Right?
Villain was the name that you gave me.
It'll be that mole man dad.
Yeah.
He's just mad
Yep.
because you were such a racist, Simon.
That's right.
Gonna be Momando.
Yeah, Momando. Oh my god! All right,
That will be his name.
Any plugs that anybody wants to put out there?
Go check out our Discord where you can come hang out with us. Talk
Yeah.
about all sorts of stuff, episodes and memes, frogs, video games, music, TV shows, movies,
Yeah.
and more.
Frogs.
Yeah.
Frogs.
Here.
Doing blood.
Oh, you go ahead.
Sorry. Doing Bloody Appalachia this Friday. Back to that as all of our folks are back in town.
Noise. Friday here we'll be doing Cyberpunk. Saturday we should be doing Salvage Union. Yeah.
Jeremy, you got anything?
Nothing big coming up? Nope.
Just a turtle head.
Nice.
All
Cool.
right, so I guess that's it for tonight.
That's it.
With that announcement. And thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. And we'll do some more of this. And we'll see how this chase goes and maybe what happens out of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. Have a good night, folks.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.